Ladies and gentlemen, this particular story has really caught some fire for a lot of different reasons. And it's kind of a good and bad. Let me explain to you what I mean. There was a 5-year-old boy who was arrested in Maryland. And I'm going to say that again. A 5-year-old boy, a child, a baby that was arrested by police, the real police. Okay? It's twofold to the story. First thing is it's sad that we have so many negative stories about children that involve children. But the second thing is I'm also glad that the media is sharing and finding it important to talk about these stories about children. You guys understand what I'm saying? They finally figured it out. This is an important thing, and anything involving children, we need to be putting that on Front Street. Screw celebrities, screw all that bull crap. This is what's important in our society, and I'm glad that we have a community of people that are building up the courage to be able to speak about these stories like we do, okay? This comes out of Silver Spring, Maryland, and a police department in Maryland has finally released body camera footage, and I say finally because y'all got to hear when this incident actually occurred. Let me ask you guys a question before we even get started with the story. I want y'all to take a guess in the chat. How old do y'all think this story is? Oh yes, Jay Reed, we're going to talk about that. My question to you guys, how old do you think this video and this footage is? Does anybody want to take a guess? Do y'all think this just happened 2 days ago when the news reported it? Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 months? A year? 2 years? How old do y'all think this video is? They finally released this body camera video that captured 2 of its officers berating a 5-year-old boy who had walked away from his elementary school. And they called him a little beast and threatened him with a beating. But I want y'all to hear this for yourself. The video released Friday by the Montgomery County Police Department shows one of the officers repeatedly screaming at the child, crying within inches of his face. "Oh my God, I beat him so bad," the officer said in the child's presence before telling him, "You do not embarrass me like this at this school." Wow. Now the boy's mother has filed a lawsuit. How many of you guys are surprised that people continue to use these children only for the benefits that they can get off of these children? Hashtag babies for benefits. We have t-shirts that have that saying on there. I believe that this mom might be taking full advantage of this by suing, but let me know if you guys believe if it's valid, because I don't think it is. But listen at the story. The mom filed a lawsuit over the January 2020 interaction. Let me say that again. The mother filed a lawsuit over the January of 2020 interaction. Hashtag babies for benefits. Ask yourself this question. Why would the mom wait this long, knowing that this incident occurred, to now file a lawsuit? On top of that, why did they wait a year? Matter of fact, it's not even a year. That's January, February, March. Almost a year and 3 months. To release the body camera footage. Why now? Let's talk more about this. Lawyers for the child's mother, whose name is Shanta Grant, or Shanta, S-H-A-N-T-A Grant, said the video shows the officers treating her son as if he were a hardened criminal. They said Grant is seeking justice and fair compensation for the trauma he endured. Right. Woo. She also hopes that the incident will lead to change in the policy and training, both with the school and the police, the attorney said, whose name is Matthew Bennett and James Papiermeister? Papiermeister. I've never heard of a last name like that. I don't know what kind of a last name that is, but I digress. I don't mean any disrespect. Let's move on. Now, the Washington Post reports that the police department and the county's public school system declined to address the incident in detail, citing the mother's pending lawsuit. But the school system issued a statement describing the video as extremely difficult to watch. There's no excuse for adults to ever speak to or threaten a child this way, the school system said. As parents and grandparents, we know that when families send their children to school, they expect that the staff will care for them, keep them safe, and use appropriate intervention processes when needed. Bookmark that. We'll come back to that. A police department spokeswoman told the newspaper that the two officers in the video remain employed by the department after the internal investigation. Did y'all catch that? A thorough investigation was conducted of the entire event, according to the department, and they said that in a statement. The boy's mother sued Montgomery County, the county's education board, and the two officers. Her complaint names the officers, but the department has not released their names, and we're not going to do it either. Especially if they haven't really been. It's more or less like a moral thing. You guys will see what I'm talking about. The police department didn't feel like they did anything wrong. And I want you guys to understand the difference between when I release a name compared to when I don't release a name. In this situation, they didn't actually name and say that they feel like the police didn't do anything wrong yet. Okay? When people are charged and arrested, they do feel like they have enough evidence to get them arrested on those charges and potentially convict them, which makes it very likely that those people did what it is that they were charged with, which is why we can actually talk about those names and individuals involved. Hope you guys understand the difference. The police department spokesman Rick Goodell said he can't comment beyond the department's written statement on Friday or say whether the officers were disciplined. All that is confidential personnel records under Maryland law, he wrote in a text message to the AP on Saturday. Now, the officers found the boy about a block from the East Silver Spring Elementary and drove back to the school, where they were met by a school administrator. The video shows an officer forcing the child crying onto a chair in the principal's office. First of all, let's pause right there before I show y'all the video. Matter of fact, do y'all want to see the full video? Because it's really long. It's about 40 minutes long. Do y'all want to see the full body camera video? Say either yes, show it in the chat, or no, show us the shortened version. But let me know what y'all want to see. First of all, the kid left the school. Already, I have a big problem with that. First of all, if you're a teacher, how does the child leave your presence that quickly? Or were you not paying attention? Were you not in the room? How did you not know? How were you not able to apprehend the kid? I'm not saying grab them or do anything, but how did you not realize this until the kid was a block away? Then you call the police. That's first of all. How did the kid, a 5-year-old, make it out of the school? Secondly, making it a block away. Let's keep going. The officer shouted in the boy's face, "Shut that noise up now. I hope your mama let me beat you." And they mean give a spanking. We black, we understand. We understand that language. I hope my mama let you be. So I don't know if some of y'all grew up in this, and I told y'all I'm a big person against spanking. I do not agree with any parents being spanked. With any parents spanking children. So I'm against that. But we all have grown up and at least are aware that, well, at least when I grew up, maybe y'all not as old as I am, but when I grew up, it was understood that your pastor could spank you, your aunties and uncles could spank you, your teachers could spank you, even your coaches could spank you. Maybe I'm a little bit older than some of y'all, but that was kind of our reality back in the day. I'm an 80s baby, so I've grown up in that, which is also why I know it's not productive and why I speak against it now. But let's move on. One of the officers pulled out his handcuffs and closed one of the loops around the child's wrist. You know what these are for? He asked the little boy. These are for people who don't want to listen and don't know how to act. Both of the officers involved in the incident are black. So before y'all get to talking about the racist police officers, please remember that these officers are black. Negroes. They're black. They share my skin color, as you guys can see from the video right there. Montgomery County Council member Will Jawando said the video made him sick. We all saw the little boy being mocked, degraded, and put in a seat of a police car, screamed at from the top of an adult police officer's lungs, inches away from his face. This is violence. First of all, I get what they're saying, and y'all know we're the AFC, we advocate for children. We believe that babies' lives matter, like the t-shirt says. Babies' lives matter. Yes. But I don't think an adult raising their voice at a child is considered violent. I mean, now, y'all know I'm pretty harsh about, the way people parent their children. I don't know what I would call raising your voice or yelling or screaming, whatever you want to call it. I believe the majority, if not all, parents have yelled at their children. I wouldn't call that violent. Do y'all call that violence? Let's move on. We'll bookmark that. We'll come back to it. The Montgomery County Executive, Mark Elrick, said in a statement Friday that he directed the county's police chief to revisit training for how officers are expected to interact with children. Our officers are not social workers, psychologists, or therapists, and should not be giving advice or direction on parenting. Actually, I agree with that. Police duties should end as soon as school personnel are present to take over care of a child, he said. Elrick said he is limited in what he can say about the matter while the mother's lawsuit is pending and can't discuss disciplinary outcomes which have been taken. But I wrote this down. Let me say this real quick before I show the video. Y'all said show the full video. Okay, I'll do that. The police are there to enforce the law, not make your child behave. Does everybody understand that? They're black. Y'all hear that, white people? They're black. I'm going to repeat that. The police are not there to be babysitters. They are there to enforce the law, not to make your children behave. Point number one. Point number two, like I said, and like they said in the statement, they are not crisis counselors. The teachers, the school administrators, the principals, the mother did not call crisis counselors. They reached out to the police. And it's funny how people talk about defund police, and they're probably going to use this video to say defund the police. But I want you guys to remember, you're asking for people who, I don't know, I guess make shoes, and you want them to be chefs. This is not in the title of being a police officer. They are not crisis counselors. They're not there to make your children behave. They are there to enforce the law. So one would also have to ask, why were the police called? Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let me let y'all watch the video, and I hope you guys do not pee your pants. Let's go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, we'll be out with him. It's gonna be at 733 Silver Spring Ave. What's going on, man? What are you doing?
Abbey 2, George 14, 733 Silver Spring
What
Ave.
are you doing? Huh?
I tell you what.
I got you. Listen to me. How old are you? How old are you?
5.
5. You feel like you can make your own decisions? Huh? You feel like you can do what you want? Are you an adult? Are you 18? So why are you outside of school? Look at me. Why are you out of school? Why do you have people following you? Huh? I don't care if you don't want to go to school. You do not have that choice. You understand?
Charlie Adam 3393.
Get back over there. Now. Now. Don't make me take you over there.
Your record of that takedown.
Okay.
Alright, can I give you a VIN? No, for a license.
Listen to me. I want you to listen very clear. You don't make any decisions for yourself unless somebody is trying to hurt you. Now, is somebody trying to hurt you?
George Yankee.
You're right.
King 6.
I got it.
385. 8
Yeah.
Robert 2.
You got it right.
3.
Come on.
There is no proof.
Cut it out. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm riding with you. We're going back to school.
We were listening like, what? I don't know how y'all do it. You got him?
Okay, you also had a license warning check.
What in the world?
Oh, yeah, if you can.
Trying to hide behind the car.
Ready.
I don't know.
Just go behind. E-I-N-E-S.
That's him.
David Edwards Lincoln.
Get in.
Nancy Time Edwards.
Now. I'm not asking.
Silent.
Get in the car.
Sam.
I'm going with you. Let's
Oh,
go.
we're going to have problems. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to hear it. I still don't want to hear it. You better stop. You better stop. You better cut that out. I don't care. You don't make that decision for yourself. Let me.
He just took a clipboard.
Hit what?
He just constitution teacher.
Is he special needs?
Well, I mean,
Yeah. He does.
Does your mama spank you?
Probably not.
Does your mama spank you? Huh? Because she is today. She's going to spank you today. Because we're going to call her and tell her exactly what's going on. She's going to spank you today. I'm going to ask her if I can do it.
Sorry, this is
oh, that's okay. You weren't expecting to give people a ride. Thank you.
14. Just make sure your supervisor's notified. We have a child.
Report camera.
Boy, all my life if I tried to do some stuff like that. I would have been beat 9 times before I got home.
Correction 2, George 10.
Don't nobody want to hear that. Ain't nobody even listening. You know why? Because you don't get to do what you want to do. This ain't your world.
Information 2, George 14. Down to 5-year-old. Correction source on my
Yeah, if you go up where the right where that family is turning,
2 George 14 has the
go up to
missing
the next
5-year-old.
where that bus is.
Oh, okay.
That's one swing around.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah, I got it.
Either this one or the next one.
You go up like on the other side of that white
Sure,
truck,
sure. Okay.
and the front door's right
I
there.
got you. Is his parents decent?
Mom loves him very much and is trying to figure out how to help him.
I understood. So I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
Jeremy. Jeremy. Yourself, thank you very much.
Get out of the car.
I'm so glad.
Get out. Now. Get out of the car. Now.
I can't understand. I just let you just go.
Because you're making your situation that much worse for you. When you get home, your mama's gonna have something to say to you. Okay? I'm gonna talk to your parents too. You know why?
Is he living
Because you
alone,
bad.
or-
Now get out.
Okay.
Get out.
Come on. Come.
Alright,
Come.
come on.
We're going in.
You have got to be joking me right now. You've got to joke.
I mean, how do you learn that type of behavior at 5?
5 years old.
I don't want no parts of y'all's world.
Okay, see, this is why people need to beat their kids.
And destructive in the building.
That's why people need to beat their kids. I'm gonna ask
Oh,
this
wait,
mama
here.
again.
I have my thing on.
I was like, how y'all staff? Y'all can't get it.
You should see when you just tell me.
No!
Yeah, the thing, don't come back.
What I'm going to do is we're going to have you.
Know what? Sit down.
2008 Cadillac.
Sit down.
Shut that noise up! Shut that noise up now! Boy, I'm telling you, I hope your mama let me beat you. I swear to you. I'm gonna wear out.
I can, if y'all want to talk to him,
He's just sitting there yelling, because won't nobody beat him.
you need us to talk to him.
They're gonna get her on the phone and see.
Ain't nobody listening.
Oh my God, I can't do it. How would you do it? How? How? Oh my God, I beat him so bad. How would beat him?
One of them.
Oh my God, you would not embarrass me like this at school. You breaking up computers?
What?
Oh, they said he destroyed property here. He done broke up computers. He done hit one of the kids with a clipboard.
Oh, you a little bit violent little thing.
It's a pow.
Pick up the pieces of that keyboard and go right to that button.
I'm telling you, he couldn't sit in that chair.
Wouldn't be able to sit down nowhere.
That noise out. And it's so sad because
Keep on crying until you start coughing.
Speaker. It's Mom.
I wish you would. I wish you would slap that phone out of there. Sit down. Sit down. No. You better listen to me. You are mad rude. You understand? Your mom's going to talk to you. She's on the phone. Hear what she has to say. Sit down. Say something. Hi, ma'am. This is Officer Chris from the County Police, by the way. Your mom's talking to you.
hello?
He can hear you, Mom.
He can hear you. It's right next to him. He's refusing to speak.
Yes. Calm down, Doodle. Mommy coming, okay?
Sit down. Do you hear your mother talking to you? Do you hear? Your mother talking to you. Then you better open your mouth and say something back. Your mother's talking to you. Respond.
Calm down and stop crying. You're gonna make yourself sick.
You better stop trying to get off this seat. Stop it. Stop it. Holiday, can you watch him real quick? Ma'am, hold on 1 sec. Alright, hello. Hi, this is Officer Chris from Montgomery County Police. Did the faculty staff let you know what happened today? Yeah, he was like running down the street. Is everything okay at the house? What's your ETA, ma'am? Okay, do you have a time frame on which you might be here? Linden. Okay, that's not far at all. All right. Yeah, we'll see you when you get here. All right. Yep. No. Is this hers? Unless you want to go in there. She said, no. Sure phone?
No, it's
Okay. How far is that from here?
Are you on 16th Street? Are you finished with that?
She's gonna be here. She's coming from Linden.
When I said we'd like you to come to the school, what happened? She goes, really? Like, I said, yes, they want you here now.
You know that's coming with me, right? No.
good because I don't want it. You deserve it.
He took a whole 5 push-ups up, with a cord across, and threw them all on the floor.
No.
She was using a plastic thing as a shield.
No.
Took a $1,000 computer on the floor, just went, because simple things. You know what started this?
Yeah, for a snack.
He asked for a snack, and she said, sit down, I'll get it for you.
Oh, boy, yes, because you don't get no whoopings.
That's exactly what it is.
You don't get no whoopings.
Imagine.
None of these kids get whoopings. Nah,
It ain't sound like it. I mean, there's.
that's what it is. At home.
Because I'm like, I'm not coughing.
No, baby, no.
And all
Because-
that noise and stuff? Oh, it couldn't be mine. It couldn't be
He'll
mine.
fall asleep soon.
No, he's not, because I'm not going to let him. You ain't going to sleep today.
You don't deserve no nap.
All that, exactly.
Nothing but a spanking.
Heard you all the way up here.
Oh no! We were eating at the fire station, and the call comes out, and it says like a dispute with a 5-year-old.
I cannot fathom.
And then he walked out of the school and took off. I'm like,
How? He's
and then
5.
as I'm pulling up, he like hides behind this Toyota.
I was like, that can't be him, because that's too small.
It's him. What?
That's why I slowed down.
We only moved after him as he kept getting out of our sight. Because
Right.
they say don't follow him.
Don't try to me.
Which is
But when he got
stupid.
out of
That
our
is.
sight, we started doing a little bit more. Then he really went.
But I mean, who put that into a rule? Don't follow the kid.
Well, they say
Especially-
that the minute they step off grounds, we should call him.
But I mean, what if y'all didn't follow me? He ran out to the street,
Or somebody slashed
We
him.
don't.
or somebody said.
Chase.
We don't chase. I should say that. We kept him in our sights, but the closer we got, the farther he
But I mean, it should be at this point, up to a certain age. Hey, sit down, wait for your parents to get in here.
A crate. Crate him.
That's right,
You
Val.
would act like a little beast.
Charlie. The restrictions
What?
are 8/19/20.
If you was my kid,
I'm so taken aback right now. I don't understand.
You're welcome. And you also have
That's something this
internet
small.
showing.
I
Right
wish
in
you would
your house.
ask her that. I'd love to hear what she would tell you.
What'd she tell you?
1357.
She says she whoops him at home.
nah.
If
With
she
what?
did, he wouldn't act
With
like
what?
that.
Twizzlers and cookies? It's ridiculous. I don't believe
When
it.
the school
Oh,
called,
this is the mom. I'm gonna let you.
Oh no. Oh,
Hello.
Unless she wants-
horrible little beast.
she says she's
Yes.
close.
sorry. Say it again.
I feel sorry for y'all.
Yes.
Oh. I couldn't think of a worse job.
Okay.
But to do it for like 10, 20
Okay, we're on speaker again.
Doodle?
Can you please stop crying for mommy? Mommy almost here, okay? Stop crying. You're gonna make yourself sick. Mommy on her way, okay? Talk to me.
Comfortable. I'm not gonna break it, am I? Oh. See, when I retire, but I'm gonna have enough I'm gonna have enough acres so I can just sit on top of my porch.
Welcome to our world.
I can just sit on top of my porch, see a deer coming, bang, right from the rocking chair.
Remember we was gonna go get a buddy plate today?
Get a what?
I thought you said you wanted a blade plate.
What?
Mommy almost there, right?
This is called job security.
No, it's not. This is horrible.
Mommy almost there. Mommy right here, okay?
The one that got whacked went home early.
Because of it?
I think it was already arranged.
Okay.
But she does have all the tape. She videotaped it.
2 line to 10 discretion.
Can we see it?
I'll get the tape.
That's one, right?
Yeah.
Regarding it.
You want the
Yeah.
camera?
Yeah, 'cause we need to have a conversation with his mom. This is like a little Chucky doll. You remember Chucky?
Oh, I accidentally.
You remember Chucky?
She said she was gonna get
1
a
item
toy.
12 for a call.
She said
Days later,
she gonna get Doodle a toy.
Doodle's getting a toy.
Doodle's getting a toy.
Because he acted a fool.
Cleaver disconnect. 11,225 Oakley Drive 11225.
We're not talking to the problem.
From
We're talking
Vandy
to
one
the
callback.
equation
Spoke to
of the problem.
Go be
She
advised.
said-
Also okay.
Okay, mommy almost there. Mommy right here past that child.
Right down direct. 1400.
No, for real though. Do you not want that?
I do not want that.
What I 12 here in service.
You can go for it. I don't know if you want to wait till before or after mom, like celebrate.
That just look
that
just
dress
like
is-
SWAT school. That's what that looked like.
Why you do that? It's just a little bit of
It
bread.
looked just like SWAT
It's
school.
just a little bit of bread.
And icing.
I ate kava.
Yeah.
I need you need calories. If you don't have calories, you know you could.
I ain't saying nothing. You look just like you going to SWAT right now.
Don't-
Go on, eat the cupcake, Anime.
Put,
Go on, eat the cupcake, Anime.
just leave me, please.
We're gonna move down to the
Conference.
room, which is just an American theater.
All right, how do they go first?
Let her know you're still there.
10 permission to hold.
Let mommy know you're still there.
Be perfect. Garage door 1200 Blair Hill Road. 1205 expect.
What?
I mean, George 1 right now. I have George 2 and 24 in service. Sorry.
This is sad.
Answer mommy. Let her know you're okay.
I like her. did it go? Oh my god.
Yeah, he did.
Nah,
See,
come on.
I was waiting to see red on you.
Oh, right. Right.
He never even. Oh no.
I think I breathed. I might have inhaled once. Or I inhaled the cupcake. I don't know. You got the video?
I have a few. They're kind of long.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Can I fast forward for you?
Sure.
Are you close by?
So you have to fast forward to where I'm trying to teach at the same time, so it's a little. So he throws that at me.
What? Oh,
Okay. Do you mind if I hang up now? He's calmed down.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, good.
Can't talk about you.
oh, look at this.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Because I already know it's boy, shepherd for the devil. Oh, Lord.
You can fast forward. It gets.
I cannot.
Yeah.
She's saying she's going to buy him a toy.
That's right, webbed feet.
She just
So
said,
I asked that friend to come with me because he was throwing that
Webbed
stuff
feet.
Oh, did you have to see
Feet.
that?
Go ahead,
Nah,
write it
you
down.
got a basket now.
You're not easy. When your body's in a chair, Miss Richardson gave you 4 chances, you chose not to. You are hurting friends and you're hurting Miss Richardson. You need to stop.
he said no. I got movie.
You're welcome. I will always keep you safe. Wingo, come here. Wingo, come here.
Here.
You're fine.
I'll just go
She
back
came
to
and
it.
walked with me.
You're welcome. I will always
He
keep
gotta
Here you
go.
go.
What are we going to do? Because he got to go. This ain't the place for him.
Shoved her head down and then took her stuff.
Wingo.
So I asked her to come stand with me. And then
What gets him expelled?
Don't you do
Line
it.
up at the door.
and then I started off.
Line up at the door.
You ain't getting no Beyblade or nothing today for the rest of your life until you act like
I don't know.
you got some common sense there. We're going to the conference room?
Yes.
We can stay here. I don't want to move it.
Yeah, I think we'd have a start.
Okay.
Be asleep.
So what are the guidelines for getting him ejected from the facility?
So long.
But it seems like, so is this. So where we at in that process?
Yeah. The pee in public is we serve everybody. And we have to go through the hoops to. No, we do have a meeting tomorrow, and if it's possible, we can skip the formality of try this strategy and go straight to a screening.
Yeah, because assault should supersede some stuff. And then walking out
Like 3, 4.
on a regular, okay, I mean like,
Has he done that before?
He's gone out. This is the furthest he's gone.
yeah, he leave, but
This is
he
the
just keep
third
going
time he's
further and
left
further
the
away.
And we going to be right there waiting on you to come out them doors.
I ain't waiting for him.
I'm going to be right here.
Somebody else gonna be waiting for him. They're gonna snatch him up.
Oh,
That's what's
excellent.
gonna happen. Then you be missing. Because you're not where you belong. Oh my God, I can't believe I would
It
beat
was
him
scary
so
when he got to the corner here
Oh.
because the cars don't stop fully.
What?
See, this is my
So he
point.
wouldn't. So. Okay.
But I'm saying when he got to the corner, I was getting nervous because the cars don't all make a full stop.
Right.
He's right there.
How
And
often,
he's so small, you can even.
how often you say? Like every day?
There's no
And
way.
is his guardian notified?
Everything's documented.
I bet. Yeah, I know.
It's,
Oh, they get numbers for that stuff.
oh.
Yeah, that man is just having the worst
200,
day ever.
002,
Worst weekend.
335. 200.
I'm so stuck on
002,
this
335.
because the
George 2,
dread I
104.
felt at the staff of school
1339.
calling a house.
I would have been
Calling
scared to
my
go home.
parent. For my parent to come get me from school? Oh Lord, I done fell out twice. Please no.
When I was
apologize on behalf of the holiday
when I was at
family.
elementary school, my grandmother was the head secretary, so
Oh,
I
you
got
couldn't
my.
do nothing.
I mean, I tried all the time, but it was a ritual. I go up in the conference room.
So you was skating.
No, I got beat at the school. And then when my mom came to pick, I got beat in the van. Then when I got home, my dad beat me again. And then he would come up later like, I just ate. I got energy. Come here. I'm like, oh, God. It got to the point where I wear like 3-4 extras.
How did he hurt you? He threw 2 things at me and scratched me today. What did he throw you today? It's just
Right.
And they have to just take it.
Okay, so at what point can you say, I can't work with that little boy? Y'all need to do something.
We've been working on it. So we got that meeting tomorrow. Hopefully we can push some things forward.
Do they have
For his sake too. 'Cause he-
alternative for this side?
I think there's season motions.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he got to go
But
somewhere else.
when they came to lunch, good. Didn't exhibit anything.
Because he know what he doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's bad. I told it, he's bad. That's what it is. Because no one's correcting it.
Mm-hmm. He's getting a...
So he just keep doing the same stuff.
Mom says that she beats him, but she says
No.
Okay, y'all notified her why she's coming, and then she's still talking about something you're supposed to get a baby.
Yeah,
I'm
she
pretty
called
sure...
me.
I'm pretty sure
Don't cry,
there's none of that going on.
Don't cry. You were going to go get your toy? You want to get your toy today? Nah. He don't.
How you doing?
Hey, Ms. Grant.
Okay. One of the officers made a statement and asked what's going on in my home.
Yes, ma'am. If you want, we can talk about that.
No, we can
away
talk
from
about
him.
it here. I would just
Okay.
want to show y'all. Come on, Doodle. Stand up for mommy. This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is spoiled. I can't discipline him because the government won't allow you.
Yes, you can.
I spank him, but I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system, and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you
So I just
clarify
wanted
how
to
you
show
would
y'all.
like to discipline?
It's not being physically abused.
Who said he was?
No,
Because-
we believe it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, we want you to beat him.
You're talking
I
about
can't.
getting him
I can't beat him
Why?
because I'm not going to prison.
You don't go to prison for beating your child.
Listen to me. I made a statement in here, and one of the school staffs, the principal.
Perhaps you did it incorrectly.
No.
You don't use a weapon.
No, I don't use a
discipline.
weapon.
But you can
So-
smack that butt repeatedly. Yes.
Listen to me.
Mhm.
I'm 41 years old.
I'm older than you.
I understand that.
So your age means nothing.
I'm 41. I have a
Okay.
22-year-old. So this one, I'm starting all over again.
Understood?
He's spoiled.
Not good.
What did I email you this morning and say?
That if he's had a good day, he gets to celebrate that.
Take him to Jamaica, Disney World, do everything. Struggling
That's not a
single
good day for
parent.
that.
So in order for him to do good, I have to reward him.
Not today.
For doing what he's
Not today, because
supposed to
today
do?
he was
3
down the
days.
street.
For 3 days.
Somebody gonna snatch him because he out here unattended.
And what I want to do, I want to discipline him.
Please do.
But I can't.
Let's have this conversation away from him. He does not need to.
Is
That cannot
vaccinated.
be happening.
He doesn't eat by choice.
Can we talk outside for like 5 minutes real quick, ma'am?
You go out.
Put your clothes on.
Because I don't understand why you saying you can't, but you can. You can.
Ma'am, just
You
one
can.
second.
That's what we want.
Is there another room?
Because he wouldn't act
I don't
like
want to
that
put her
if you
business
didn't.
out.
Because you just don't know what we just saw.
I know what you just seen, but you know the funny part about it? I can't do it. I'm still in over that hood.
Okay.
We'll talk to her, and then if y'all have anything, we'll pull y'all in. We'll let her know.
If it's anything like what I just saw,
So, ma'am, and I'm sorry, I apologize. What's your name?
Shantae.
Shantae. I'm Officer Chrisman.
All right.
All right, this is
I
Officer
remember you.
Holiday.
from where?
I think it was something with my car downtown Silver Spring.
Oh, okay.
You probably
Yeah, I'm in
know
these
my
streets,
big
girl.
son.
So,
But
understand though, real quick, all right? We're not calling you off your job.
No, you supposed to.
Right. Okay. So, but you got to remember.
Understanding parent is just in the background.
Let's
The
have a
first
seat.
thing I heard was what's going on in the home.
Oh, that wasn't me. I ain't
No,
That
no,
was
no,
me.
no. No,
Because
I just, that's why the first thing I came in, because I'm young, I'm hood, I'm in the streets. I don't smoke weed. I drink occasionally. It's not being physically abused. It's spoiled.
But we need to back that up from there, because that's
And I
not
try.
helping.
And I try. And Mr. When I say, you already know what's going down. I'm beating that ass when I get home. Oh, no, you can't.
I said, I hope your mama will let me
And we
beat you
wanted to talk to
because,
you so we could
I
clarify.
promise you, baby, my hand of God, sweetest kid in the world. Don't do this at home. Don't do this with friends. For course 70 people, nobody believes what's going
we
on.
got video. He didn't hit the teacher.
Yeah,
he didn't hit children. He didn't
He hit
threw
the teacher with the
computers on
basket.
floor. I don't
He
know.
broke $1,000
nothing to tell you.
computer. He threw an eraser.
And he does not do, I'm not
We can only
lying
tell
to
you what we
Right.
saw.
I believe it. I believe
It's
it
on
because I
video.
deal with these people.
So can I ask you, what's the disconnect?
It's for you when you doesn't understand.
Sure, thank you.
All right, it's time to play. Now, guess what? It's media time. I don't want to do media. He does not do that with me.
But see, they can't hit him.
I know that.
You can.
I can't hit him because two people here stated, oh, CPS.
No. You have two uniformed police officers that are telling you the law. As a parent, you are more than allowed to just a child.
Stated to me, and I can repeat this in front of him. Don't let no one else hear you say that because that's a CPS case. I would have to report that.
And
I didn't say I was going to beat him with a belt. I didn't say I was going to beat him with an object. So I said, you know what? I'm from New York. I guess Montgomery County got it.
No.
That's
Let me give you a scenario. Okay, we got a call at the DSW. Remember that last year because this adult hit a kid. That's what it came out of. They didn't know if there was parents or not. All right, hold on, hear me out. When that call came out, we got there. They established the fact that it was their parent and they were acting up inside the store, and so they ended up, spanking that butt. And you know what we did? Have a good day, ma'am. And we told that kid, if you don't do what they tell you to do, then you're going to get it again when you get home.
And I'm from New York. When you get different police officers, when my girlfriend beat her daughter, the officer came to me and said, to me and my girlfriend and said, do what you got to do, just don't kill her. So by me coming here, I don't want to call it, the Ethiopian woman made a statement about me telling my child, I'm beating you when I get home. And then Mr. repeating it. So I said, okay.
As long as there's no cuts.
When he's with me, not like that. I promise you.
Girl, this was a show.
Yeah.
I mean, the yelling. He was on the street, would not get in the car.
I promise you. My girlfriend is the supervisor of CPS, but in New York, she said, Shantae, don't let them people tell you can't beat ass. I said, this is Maryland. This is different.
Well, we telling you,
said,
as law enforcement officers in Maryland, Montgomery County, in which the school that he goes to, you can most definitely. Matter of fact, we applaud the fact that you would please beat your kids because of the fact.
Because he had a 3-day good with them, I said, you know what? I brought him Blaze. Some little toy. He messed up. I made him throw it in the trash. He did good. 3 days. I emailed you this morning, didn't I? Tell when mommy get off of work, I promised him that I'm going to take him to Five Below to get the Blaze. He did good. What his thing is, when it's no more fun time, he don't want to do it. He does not do this at home. And it's driving me crazy.
All I can tell you is beat that ass. That's all I can tell you.
But I need
Just as long. Just as long. Let me just clear. One second.
How many times have I even reached out?
Because we're mandated reporters.
And that's what they. That's what. So what I'm
listen.
Hear out.
So if you say things, depending on who the person is, and depending on what their beliefs are, and depending on what they hear. If they hear something that sounds like, oh my God.
I didn't say I was going to beat them with a gun.
Listen.
It's a different type of language.
They have to call.
Just don't even say nothing.
Okay.
Don't say nothing. That makes it worse.
Getting in the meeting, I say, I didn't use no. I said, but black people, we discipline different. Because where I come from, sit down. First time, sit down. The second time, the third time, you sitting. Because my mother done knocked the shit out of me.
And you're allowed to do that.
Don't have no bruises, anything.
Right, but just
I'm not
understand
going
the
to
fact,
kill
though,
him.
if you say that to somebody...
But I didn't say it to them. I said to... I came here because all of my friends think that, and I'm not being...
I know.
You already told me them white people fucking with you, because that's not...
Show them this video.
To the fact where they asked me to change his school. I'm like, nah, it's not the school. It's
not.
Because I know my kid. When I don't give his way, he'll cry, but he don't do that with me. I promise you. Y'all, I know, and I said to you, y'all can't baby him. You got to speak firm. Sit down. Okay, because then he's going to, he know that he could do it with y'all.
She does. I mean, she's patient, but she's firm.
But can I ask you a question, though? You were obviously called off your job today, and I'm not talking about any other time. But no, I'm not even talking about that. But today you were called off your job, right? So you're en route. They told you he's having some type of issue. Your conversation with is we were supposed to go get a Beyblade. That is out of the question. You going home, and we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have to talk about this.
And you know why I said that to him? Because you did good. You're supposed to do good, because now I stated to them, I don't do the reward. You're supposed to pass a test. You're supposed to do good. If you do good, I don't have to give you this. So now you're gonna do good just because you're gonna get something. That's not where I'm from. But I'm trying in their method to see my big son. I don't want to say his name, but you know.
Because I need to see how he interacts with you.
Bring him in here.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, because this thing here.
Yeah, I suggest.
And you know what I keep saying?
I suggest you look at that video. I really do suggest you look at that video. Because your friends are saying he don't.
Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me.
As long as you understand, you're not being oblivious to it, right?
I know it's true.
Cool.
I never doubted them.
Thank you. That's all.
You know why I respect these people? I grew up in New York all my life. I don't give a fuck if y'all want to learn or not. I'm still going to get paid. I've never heard them speak like that.
Fact.
I've never heard that. That's why I back you. And what did I ask you? Come here. Come here. What's up? What's going on? Huh? Why you not listening? Huh?
What Miss said is, asked for a snack, and she said, sit down and I'll give it to you, and he started attacking her, and then he went
So that's how we deal with adults?
He took a pen from the back of the head and shoved her down.
So what mommy gonna do?
He took a clipboard and attacked
what mommy gonna do
with it?
Huh? So now, what's going on?
He walks out of the school.
You left
regularly.
out of the school? You grown?
He told him, yeah.
You an adult? You want somebody to take you? Huh? Yes or no? Open your mouth. What I keep telling you, stop playing retarded for free. I don't get a check. Right? Yes or no? So why you can't listen? I work hourly. If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't eat, you don't eat. Remember mommy tell you that? You think I got time to keep coming here for this? No. How many times I gotta talk to you? You want me to keep beating your ass?
You want her to let me do it?
You want the police officer to take you?
You know why
I don't like bad children. Bad, disrespectful children. I think they need to be beaten.
And that's what
I told your mama.
When you get older, when you want to make your own decisions, you know what's gonna be your best friend? These right here. You know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what they're for?
You want to go with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
You want to go with Uncle Berto at?
That's what that is.
Where Uncle Berto at?
They put you at like that, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere. You do what we tell you to do. Is that how you want to live your life? Huh? So how are we going to fix that? If somebody tells you to sit down and shut up, any adult, you better sit down and shut up.
Talk to him. Let me
Now,
tell you why. His father
if your teachers tell you to do something,
so you know they strict.
you better listen.
His
And guess what else?
afraid to speak to him because
You throw something at somebody else, Guess what's gonna happen when you get home?
Because everything.
Tell me. You tell me what's gonna happen when you
his
throw
dad's-
something at a teacher.
His dad is a hard work. His father's going to be 60 years
Huh?
old and work
I'm
two
listening.
full-time jobs. 80
What's gonna
hours
happen
a
when you
week
get home?
plus.
Oh, you acting like you don't know how to act again?
With him because
And he's afraid because he's saying, if I speak to him, I don't want the people to question, and then they think I'm abusing. Then I go to prison. I didn't come to America to work so hard to give him a good life and go to prison. You can't even discipline your kid.
That is a common
well, I'm gonna
misconception.
tell you the honest truth. He doesn't belong here if he can't act right. If he can't
Turn around.
treat them like humans.
Turn around.
He's
Turn
hitting
around.
students. He's hitting teachers.
Turn around.
He's knocking computers on the floor.
This is you.
That's not behavior for children. That's beast.
And then you come to
He
my
needs
home.
to go to another school, and that's going to be another problem for you.
I asked
He
him, I'm
can't be
like,
around other people if he can't act right.
and it's like
You better get your stuff together.
3-4 days things be good, and then next thing you know, you don't get something. This is
Put yourself in their position. If
I
you're
already know
a teacher and this 5-year-old child hits you,
I already know it.
they ain't trying to lose their job.
Listen to me.
For
Think
one
you getting a
child.
Beyblade
Listen
today?
to me. I'm not ignorant.
You're not.
I'm not saying you.
No, I'm just telling you.
Because you want to act
I'm
bad.
telling you. I'm not an
So your
ignorant
mom's going
parent.
to take you home and fix that for
Some
you, okay?
parents
Don't
come
worry
up
about it. She
here.
gonna take care
I
of
mean,
that
not
for you.
up here. Some parents want to
She'll beat
fight the
that butt.
teacher for
you don't
disciplining
know how to
their kids.
behave.
And I stated to them.
Huh?
it
You
take
want-
a
you like
village.
hitting adults?
I'm from the old school. I remember
Huh?
how my mother came
You like hitting adults?
and brought us up.
You want to hit me? Hit me. See what happens.
So I didn't want to lose my kid and then have to go to jail. I'd rather
You're not
either
gonna do
lose
it.
him
Because you
and
know
I could stay home.
I'm not playing with
or
you.
I go to jail and I come home.
I'm
to
not
my
one of
kid.
these
I don't
teachers.
know what to do.
You don't hit
I
adults.
discipline my kid.
You don't hit
can't tell me
anybody.
as long as he's not
Nobody.
abused.
You understand
no
that?
marks on his
No
head.
one.
Nobody can't
You
tell
don't
me
put
nothing.
your hands
because guess
on
what?
anybody.
If
You
I
keep
don't
your
discipline
hands
him, I'm
to
still
yourself.
gonna get in trouble.
You
if
understand
he do
that?
something. So it's
Do you
like,
understand
what do
that?
I do? You cannot tell me I can't discipline. Every time you call me, I discipline my kid. He just don't have no marks
And you
because I
told
don't
me
beat
that,
him with
and I never
objects.
told you not to. Every
But
time
when
you told
the
me that-
principal tell me something different, and then the Ethiopian woman that was sitting here, I
It
said,
all
okay.
depends on the words that you used in that
And I
moment.
never used profanity, and
No,
I
it's
never
not
said I'm
profanity.
gonna beat dog shit out of you, and I never said I'm gonna beat you with a belt.
Mom, but listen, they're saying you can discipline your child.
Okay,
Because
so
you
now
even
hear
said
that?
it. You even said it. It's not
Yeah.
abuse.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
not
difference.
abuse.
There's a difference.
And I hope she does beat you when you go home because you deserve it so much for your actions today.
And-
You were horrible. Don't you agree? Hello? To her. Yes or no? Yes or no?
You cannot throw things at
I
your
promise
teachers
you,
or your
if you live in
classmates.
Silver Spring, Montgomery County,
You
I live
cannot
with you
hit
for a
them.
weekend, you're gonna call me back and say, girl, he could come back. He's not like this.
No, because he ain't going to do that with me.
He's not gonna do it. He don't do it with me. He don't do it with none of my girlfriends, none of my neighbors, or none of my coworkers.
So you think you get to school and you can just do what you want?
Not nobody. I went as far as trying to find a therapist, but I'm
You don't
like,
need no therapist.
that's the same thing. I'm
He's
like,
just bad.
He's bad.
He's bad
not
today.
bad.
Oh, today he
Because
was.
your demeanor and the way you are with him is totally different than the way they can be
I
with
know.
him. Right, exactly. It's not therapy or anything like that.
I'm
It's
like, he don't.
discipline.
I'm wasting. I'm
So
hourly.
you-
I'm taking time off from work for this. They're not gonna see. They're gonna say if I take him to a therapist, they're gonna say ain't nothing wrong with him. Cause it's places
And
we
he's
go.
smart.
Mommy don't have money. Mommy
And
don't
he's
have.
smart. So
They're all
he will
friends.
act accordingly depending on who's around. Oh, I already know that.
Yeah. So while I'm at the school, the police is here.
For what? What? How did that happen again?
He ran off the school property again and was fighting the teacher and the students.
It's not even all.
So what are they sitting in?
Y'all don't believe it. Y'all keep saying ain't
Do
nothing
you
wrong.
see how embarrassing this is for
Y'all
your
don't
mother?
believe that. Y'all don't believe it's. Y'all blaming the school. I keep
Hello?
telling y'all.
Do you
Nobody-
see how embarrassed your mother is because of your behavior?
I'm gonna call you right back. None of them
Hello?
believe it. They're like,
Now
oh,
he
it's the
won't.
school.
Once you get off the
Because
phone, now
he's
he won't
sweet.
respond.
When he's not doing this,
Yes,
he's sweet.
no.
You know, I know that.
Use
He
your
has a very
words.
sweet side. And
He's
when
a
you're
very sweet kid.
But here's the thing: when you're at home, your expectations and what you have to do with a child are totally different than at school.
Fight you. Oh. I'm gonna fight you.
I see where she came from because I grew up getting my butt.
Listen, my mama was street. They named the phone after me, the white extension cord after me.
I had a saxophone.
Got
Orange
immune to it. You know what was the worst? Tupperware. You know when your mama baked the cake and brought the cake over the Tupperware bowl to carry the cake?
Oh, yeah.
That switch. My mother didn't play. She'll tell you. It was BCW when we were coming up. Called BCW, CPS. And when they come, let them take all of y'all because I'm tired. But now, I understand some kids are being abused at home.
Right. But there's a difference.
To the point where they're hurt.
Yes.
Right.
That's
so it's
that's
like,
that.
all right, I'm constantly, this is my oldest son. I've never had no problem with him until now, 22 years old. Public school, junior high school, Blair, that's when he started. But after a while, never disrespectful to me, never disrespectful to none of my neighbors. Very good kid, but when he in the street, he in the street. You understand me?
Well, curb that one, because this one is headed that way early.
Fast.
This one is
He taking
different. I
express
think it's because
train.
the father is old. Because I don't know who sent. Anybody asked, 16 years later, you had a kid? Girl, I don't know who sent me. Him, because he's the sweetest kid in the world. Get anything.
He's not doing this craziness. He is amazing.
Very sweet. Last night, I'm cooking dinner. Mommy, do you need me to help you with dinner? Very sweet. Goes everywhere. Every weekend. I'm old. I'm tired. I ran the streets. I want to get home. I want to go home from work. Very sweet kid. Take him places. Do things with him. Disney, museums, everything.
Well, until you act accordingly, there are no toys. You're not getting any toy today. You don't believe that you earned the toy today, do you?
We take him downtown to Baltimore. We do everything. That's enough. That's what he get from his father. Shut down. This is
Cannot.
dinosaur exhibits, everything.
But when is asked to do things and doesn't want to do them, that's where we have a problem. And school asks very different things than what parents ask for their children. We're asking him to sit. We're asking him to stay quiet. He's not watching TV. And so the expectations at school are different. And when he's asked to sit down in a chair to get a snack and doesn't want to, he attacks people.
There's no way. There's no way.
Then they ask, like he has a feeding situation. I had weight loss surgery. So he was high risk. I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant. So he's never ate solid foods. Every day, now he's starting to, like he lived off of Pediasure. Now he's starting to tolerate, now he eats chicken nuggets only. So breakfast time, he's not going to eat breakfast. I have food in my house. I'm not denying him food. I'm big. I got a big son. We all eating. He just don't want to eat. Lunchtime, dinner time.
Well, I can honestly tell you that if it keeps going in this direction, he ain't going to be at this school much longer. It's just, there's no way.
And when he become a juvenile, he ain't going to be in these streets too much longer either.
No, he's going to be in here. He's going to be here.
All right. Well, Mama, understand. We're reiterating. You can beat your child in Montgomery County.
In front of him and everybody else, you can beat him. And please
just don't leave no cuts or no crazy cigarette burns or nothing like that.
Exactly.
We good. All right. Meeting adjourned.
So
enjoy yourself today when you get that work.
Because it got so bad today, and she's recommending 2 days of suspension. The attack on the teacher and the attack on the 2 students in the classroom.
But again, then I ask, is there any way that y'all can find like another school or anything?
I think we have a meeting tomorrow, right? Our meeting's tomorrow for planning, and I think we need to look at another teacher. If no other reason, in my personal opinion, than to give her and those other kids a break, because today was a lot. The video is
The teacher had to make all the kids put their heads down and hands over their heads so he don't strike them or throw nothing at them. That is enough.
And I can't promise what's going to happen, but we have to try.
And if he hit my kid,
Oh, his mama fighting though.
girl, we both will. Girl, it'd be me and you.
Girl, I don't know if you want to try this one.
Girl,
As a police, I've seen it happen.
my baby,
And I was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
my baby, he hit my baby.
You know, I keep telling people we only die once, and jail is for humans.
Exactly.
Because whether he right or wrong, I'm still not gonna let nobody hurt him and not see justice or die for mines.
Because you're a mom.
Because guess what? If he hit another student, that parent has the rights to be upset, but it don't give her the right.
Oh, I'm not coming for him. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, and that's what I like, baby. That's one thing about me.
Yeah,
Let him know, Mom. Let him know, Doodle. Mama put them ear max on. Mommy gets busy, right?
She's
What
gonna
Mommy
be busy
tell you?
today. The next 2 days, actually. Are we good?
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
Hey, listen.
That's what
I know. You can come back on Friday. Because you hurt your friends and you hurt
Oh,
Miss
that boy
Richardson.
bad. He said, nah.
Wow.
That boy bad.
Wow.
The mom just said, I've been trying to find a counselor for him. Let me ask you smart people who are listening right now a question. For little boys, who is usually the most fit, best counselor for boys? Their fathers. Why would you try to find mentors, big brothers, and counselors? You will go out of your freaking way to find people that are overworked and underpaid. Let me say that again. Overworked and overpaid. You will go through hell and high water for people who are overworked and underpaid when you have his DNA biological father available at your disposal. That's who's supposed to be his counselor. That's who's supposed to be his mentor. Let me explain this. Boys naturally will want to grow up and become whatever their fathers are. That is their shining example. They want to make their fathers proud based on whatever their fathers are. Boys look to their fathers to be the representation of what they should grow up and become. If that father is not there, if that father is not present for any reason, then those boys do not value themselves. Therefore, they'll get their role models from any freaking where. Usually the streets. And that's especially scary when mom said she be in these streets. Her words, not mine. So that means the boy is going to get his example from the streets. If he's already running away from school, he's going to continue to run away from school. And guess where else he's going to run away from? From home. Once he runs away from home, who are going to be his mentors? The two people, the streets, the hoods, the thugs, the drug dealers, gangbangers, or the police. One of those two. No other choices. She'll go through all of that to find him resources, but won't go through all of that. Won't go through the trouble of having a husband, having stability, having a 2-parent income, having help at home, having his biological father in the home. Apparently that's too much to ask. Well, he didn't want to be there. So you mean to tell me in 17 years of having a kid that probably didn't have his dad in his life, which is why he chooses to kick his feet up and play PlayStation at your house all day long? You already had an example of what not to do and not to have a dad in that kid's life. So why would you turn around at 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, at 36 years old? Come on, man. You had this boy, this child at 36 years old. Don't tell me you didn't know any better. I was young. I thought we was going to be together forever. I thought me and his daddy was going to do this and that. And he decided to run off, or he decided to go out and go get arrested. So you mean to tell me you didn't know any better? You got all this life experience. You had 17 years of raising a child by yourself. No dad around. Then you turn around and do that to another child. What I'm saying, and I'm not saying that it's all the mom's fault. What I said, like I said earlier, for those who were paying attention, I didn't say it was all the mom's fault, did I? Did I? Nope. I said it's everybody's fault. Police officers, teachers, mom, and dad. Absence of a dad or bad presence, whatever it is, it's everybody's fault. Because we all have to be held responsible, including myself, which is why I'm talking about this story, to give proper perspective about how we need to raise these children and how we need to go about handling business. You don't threaten children. You don't have to do any of that stuff. I've told you guys, if you want good, respectful children, if you want good, respectful adults, you have to raise good, respectful children. And the only way that children are going to learn to respect you is by what? Giving respect first. From the moment that they are born. If you want some parenting tips, here's a big parenting tip. Let me see if y'all absorb this. Children are like sponges. They will absorb anything that you give them. So if you want respect, you must give respect first. And respect will do what? It will reciprocate. You give this child respect, which it looks like he's never been given respect. He's never been given discipline. He's never been given structure. He's never been given love. He's never been given a father. He's never been given a fair chance. So you give, and he's also been given mixed messages. So if you think about all of these things, I think we could just wrap that up right there. I'm not going to even play the rest of this. Video is too damn long. So with all of that being said, the moral of the story is that everybody is failing this boy. Now, what's going to happen is as he grows up and they push him through school, because at some point in some of these schools, they're just going to give him whatever grade to keep pushing him through school. Then you're going to look up and he's grown, or he's going to drop out of school. Then he's going to not be the school's problem anymore. Then he's just society's problem. Then guess what's going to happen? You know how that affects you guys? There's going to be 10,000 boys just like him. Those are the ones who are shooting and killing each other, are going to shoot and kill one of your family members, that are going to rob you, kick in your door, steal your car, steal your property, because these boys do not value themselves, because they don't have an image of what they should grow up and become. Therefore, if they don't value themselves, then they're not going to value anybody else in society. Is that a pretty clear-cut message? I think my message is easy enough for everybody to understand. Everybody should click the thumbs up just on that fact alone. If they don't respect themselves, they won't respect you, and that puts you in danger. So therefore, it becomes a problem for all of us, which is why it's important for us to share this message, teach and learn. You give children respect first. You give them respect first, and that respect will reciprocate. I know my daughter's mom wonders how I have the type of presence over my daughter that I do, and it's because it started from day one. From the moment she was born, I cut her umbilical cord. Daddy was there in the warming room with her. I was the first person with her. I'm always with her. always teaching her, always giving her respect. So when dad comes in and I ask for my respect, it's easy to get it because I've always given it. I don't give my daughter gifts. I don't kiss my daughter's behind and hope that she acts good. I give her respect. I give her love. I give her teaching. I give her lessons. We cannot live children's life for them. This is, if y'all want some type of counseling, this is probably the best parenting advice you're ever going to get. You cannot live a child's life for them. All you can do is guide them, and you must guide them in the best way possible. You don't have to demand your place as a parent. You just are the parent. Be the parent. You don't have to be physical to be the parent. There are a multitude of ways that you can curb certain behaviors. One of them is how you treat the child. Another one is how you speak to the child. And another one is how you feed the child. Are we getting deep right now? Are we getting deep right now? What do you think that's going to do to a child's body if you feed them motherfucking McDonald's every day? How do you expect your children to be productive if you feed them garbage, if you feed them trash? So again, I want you guys to remember, what you put in, you will get back. It will reciprocate. If you give children hate, if you give children fear, that's all physicality does with children. If you spank them, they fear you. They don't respect you. They fear you. You do not want your children to fear you. You want them to respect you. So if you give them trash, like trash food, then expect that that's what's going to come out of their bodies. Trash, sickness, disease, attitude, moodiness. I think I'm getting too deep. Maybe I need to just shut the mic off. Maybe I just need to shut up right now. I think I'm speaking too much truth right now. For me, if I were raising that boy at age 5, he's still what we call malleable. He's very flexible right now. I noticed there were moments when that boy listened. With somebody like me who comes from a youth counselor background, I used to actually do that for Kennecut camps. So look that up. I could take that boy and he'd be a different person in 9 days. Because when I was a camp counselor, that's all we had with kids. 9 days. And it wasn't even the whole 9 days. We had half of the first day and half of the last day. 9 days. So it's more like 8. So it's more like 8 days. And those children, and I've watched them change. Just because somebody else treated them different, spoke to them with love, taught them, and led by example. If I want you to do something, I better damn well be able to do it myself and lead by example. That's how we become better parents. I'm not questioning what you guys do, but what I'm saying is that we can be better. No matter what level you're at. If you're at this level, at this mother and these police officers, if you're at a lower level, as long as you're not in jail, as long as you all have life and breath in your body, we all have the ability to change and do so much better. We all can improve. If you need help, please reach out. I am one person, and I try to help when I can as far as giving people some tips and advice. But that's the biggest advice I can do. I can use my platform to speak to a little bit of everybody. Me raising that boy would be a cinch. Fixing that boy's behavior would be a cinch. And you don't greet him with anger. When they say you don't fight fire with fire, what those police officers did was they fought fire with fire. And now they're getting burned. Because now they're under scrutiny. A lot of it. And a lawsuit. And potentially losing their jobs. Even though it's a year later, which I think is really weird. But I digress. I would greet that boy with love. And you just have to be firm in your steps. You just be the parent. You don't have to accept anybody hitting you. You can defend yourself and stop a child from hitting you. It's a child. That part should be pretty easy, to restrain a child and stop them from hitting you. At that point, that's when the teaching starts. But the teaching starts way before you even get to school, way before you get to 5 years old. This boy is already on a lost path because of his parents, because of his mother, and I have to blame the parent that's there. We can't blame the parent that's not there. Y'all hear Tommy talk about that a lot, and I have to shout him out for that because I did hear him say that. You cannot blame the parent that's not there. The onus has to be put on the ones that are there. So if I were a single parent, then if my daughter does right or wrong, it still falls on me as a parent. Just as willing as we are to accept accept rewards and pats on the back for the kid doing something good and becoming something great, we also need to accept the responsibility if that kid doesn't do so great. And that's why I believe that we need to do this together. Okay? We need more fathers and mothers, nuclear families. Okay? As far as my final verdict, I think the police officers need training, a hell of a lot more training in how they behave, because this was just not a good representation. The teachers aren't there to train your child how to be a person. That's mom's job, and mom definitely needs to be investigated, in my opinion. I don't think she needs a dime of that money, because that money is never going to make her child become a better person. It's not the police messing the kids up. It's not the teachers or the schools messing the kid up. The common factor, and y'all heard this, she said sending them to a different school doesn't help. It doesn't work. That means the commonality is mom. Mom is where the problems start and end. I'm DJ Just J, and I promise you, this is the only place you'll get this kind of commentary. If you want to go watch the rest of the video, feel free to do so, but I think I give a pretty fair perspective on this story, okay? Thank you guys so much.